Whatever your situation is, wherever you're at, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. uh, all right, yeah. Let me see. Disconnect my earphones. Hope that didn't mess up anything. All right, so practicing, whether you got 5 minutes, whether you got 1 minute, at least practice some chords. Put something in place that you can study on, whatever it is, right? You know, um, earlier before I got started, before my shift started, I said, all right, let me learn this tune, a few chords. You know what I'm saying? Right? Learn a few chords. Oh, let's do that again. All right. All right. And I don't have to learn the whole song all in one shot. Just do bits, bite-sized practice. Especially if you have what we call a busy schedule. You're strapped up to doing a whole bunch of different things. And so what I would do is chop the song up, right? Chop the song up. And then the next time around, when I'm ready to go for the other piece, and then I can go now to the next part. And end it. What? You know what I'm saying? Chop up the song. All right, do little bit by little bit. What happens is muscle memory will definitely for sure be on your side. It'll be on your side. It'll be on your side. I call this the intro. And see, I can speed it up a little bit and not really have a rhythm behind it, you know. So yeah. So if I wanted to go to another piece or another tune, um, and especially if I don't remember all the chords, I bring my little notes with me. Yeah, there it is, right here, my little notes. Let me see if I can just remember some of it. So you saw the best in me, you know. Um, right. And right, Okay. So I think I remember that much. So let me just confirm. But once again, bite-sized practice, right? So I brought my little notes for this one here. So the first piece of it would have been like the other song. I would have said, let me do what I call part one. The intro. And I would stop right there. I'll call that the intro, part number 1. All right. Now, part number 2. That's a lot. That was a lot to remember right there. Ending this. No. All right. And then I want to end it. And this was no rhythm, right? No rhythm at all, right? So yeah, I did this without a tempo. And the reason why that helps out, it helps out the muscle memory. The finger is gonna know where it needs to go to the next spot. So I did a part 1, I called it the intro, and then I went into the part 2, the verse part of it, where they start singing the song, whatever. And this was done by another musician who I followed for many years, so I was just trying to learn the way he approached the chords that he used in his own way. All right, so it'll be no different from me learning another song by another musician, and I'll just do what I call part 1. Now, I actually took it past part 1, but let's see if my chords or the chords that I use will be what I used on paper. Yep. You saw the melody. Oh. Nope. Nope. There it is. So you saw the best of me. I just wanted to make sure I actually played what I have on paper. Right. And then, now I use this idea here in the beginning, but it's actually G minor 9, B flat 7, or B7 chord. All right, and then back to the major 9 chord. All right, so that's where I'm supposed to stop at. So let's do that again. And just like I said, I'll do it in bite-sized practice, right? So you saw the best of me, first chord, right? Right? All right, okay. So you saw the best of me. Okay, that's the chord I played, all right. That's the chord I played. Right, that's the chord I played. Right, that's the chord I played. Now, I didn't write this. This is not on paper. That's an add-on. Okay, it's straight, actually. All right, so that's what it was supposed to be. Right, roll it in. And the last chord is. Okay, so, right? Okay, all right, so, the bite-sized practice. Now, I call that part 1, right? I'm not trying to do rhythm. I'm trying to memorize chord structures or chord movement. You saw the best in me. So my fingers get. So my fingers get familiar with it. I want to do this so bad. Right. My fingers really want to be fancy with it. Okay. Now I feel I'm comfortable with doing part 1. Let me see if my mind can get to the part 2. Now I'm using it. Now, let me confirm that on my paper, right? This is part 2, and that is not what I written with the, all right. Actually, this isn't actually the C. I just threw that in there as a, so it's actually the power chord, and then chord, and chord. All right, so you probably hear that little, okay? So it's like a little grace, or actually we call it, yeah, grace. Now this would have bought me time, right? This would have bought me a little bit of time, so I can get my hands over here. That would have bought me some time, but honestly, right? And then, okay, so now what am I doing? All right. Okay, so that's the mood. It's the minor 9 chord again, and then we're going to the C9 chord, and then we're going to the minor 7 chord. Actually, there were several chord movements that transpired. So let me give y'all the name of the chord right quick. All right. So the first part was part 1. We played an E flat major 9 move, and then we're going to a G7. Then we're going to a B flat. All right. So we're going to B flat now. Right. Okay. So we're doing a B flat. I was gonna say another chord we kind of messing with, kind of along the way, but let's go ahead and just call it a B flat major chord, right? B flat add 2, right? B flat add 2. If I threw that there, that changes the name of the chord. So we got B flat major 9, B flat add 2, I'm sorry. And then we have the G minor 9, 11 chord. And then we have the B flat 7 with the 13, or B flat 9 with the 13. Depends on if I do the twang. So B flat 13. I'll just go ahead and call it the B flat 13. Sometimes my finger might hit the 9, in which, so we're gonna call this the B flat 913 or 713, because I'm doing it, even though this is not radio on paper, and it's not actually what the musician played, but with a little twangy twang. All right, so again, B flat, E flat major 9. That was our beginning. E flat major 9, and then we have the G7, and then we have B flat add 2, and then G minor 9 11. And then when we do this little all right, that turns into a sus chord. Or actually, we can go G minor 9 11, kind of. Or actually, we could go G7 sus 4. Actually, yeah, G7 sus 4. Now, if my finger ends up accidentally hitting that A, then it becomes a G 9, a G9 sus 4. Because my thumb can hit 3 notes. And F minor 9, 11, right? And then we're going to the B flat 7 13. But if I did this as it would be the 9. B flat 9 13. And then we're going right back to home bass, which is the E flat major 9 chord. Then he rolls up into this little move. Let's switch fingers so I can get the little. All right, and this is the C9 sus4, right? All right, so now I got this sort of memorized. All right, so you got the best in me. You know, the more I keep doing this, the time I didn't roll back to it. All right. Okay, now that's part one. That's why it's important to repeat, repeat, and repeat. Repetition is the man's best friend. All right. Now I want to do part two. So this is our D minor move. Okay, so that's my D minor move right there. So it's a D minor move. And then we're going to a G minor 9. G minor 9, not the 9/11. And I did the little G minor 9. Okay. Right. So G minor 9. Then we're going to the C9 chord. If you know your chords, C major is C, E, G, and if you add the 7, it'll be a C major 7. But we have the C, E, and G. All right. And because of the continuation of the number system, we know our 2, which is D, right, is now 9. Because after 7, right, which is B, and then after B is number 8, which is number 1, C. And then 2 is D. Now, because of the continuation of the number system, as I said, 8, 8, 9. So it's, yes, so now we have a C9. Right? Now, remember the 7. We flat the 7. I step back. So basically you have the 1, 5, 3, flat 7, and 9. So that's how that chord works. And you in the chord I'm hitting on the bottom in the left hand is the power chord. And if you know how to transpose power chord, your power chord is the perfect fifth. The perfect fifth. 1 and 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5. If y'all know that sounds familiar. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 1. I hear this in my ear. And what I'm doing is next key up, transpose up, D flat, A flat, B flat, back to A flat, and then C, 1, 5, C, G, C, G, C, G, D flat, A flat, A flat, B flat, A flat, B flat, A flat. But number system is 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 6, 5, 1. That's the number system there. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's that little, you know, move there. You use that minor 9 move, the D, or you can use the F major 9, or some other chord. Whatever kind of voice you want to use. Yeah, so that's what's up, y'all. So let me get to the other part before I forget what I was saying. Right, and then we go into the F7, F minor 7. All right, F minor 7. I think I was calling it, yeah, the F minor 7. Let's see, hold on. F minor 7. Yeah. So F minor 7. Oh man, because my brain wants to play the minor 9 chord, the F minor 9, but I'm just go ahead F7. It's the same thing, y'all. You scale. You scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why it's important on your scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what happened to the 7? Flat the 7. Just like I did with C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Flat the 7. So we had a major move. And then we flat the 7. Oh. And we may call this a dominant chord, by the way. And if you go to key of F, it's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flat the 7, F major. 1, 3, 5, and flat the 7. You're gonna hear voicings, of course, doing that too, and then other keys. What? Yeah, you take any major chord, and then you flat the 7, flat the 7. Any key. Go to B flat and do the same thing. B flat, 1, 3, 5, flat the 7. Any key. D. 1, 3, 5, flat the 7, flat the 7, flat 7. Half step back. In any key. Flat the 7, half step back to 7. Note. Any key. E. Flat the 7. We call this a dominant chord or whatever, but that's what's happening here. And you're gonna hear these chord movements, and what it is that you, like I said, you just taking the 5 or the 1 and the 5, and you put it in the bottom. It's the power chord. We call it the power chord. And you transpose. You have the C power chord, D flat power chord, D power chord, E flat power chord. You saw the best in me. E flat major 9, and you know you can transpose this stuff. You saw the best in me, and you just half step back your chord. It's pretty a no-brainer at some point. If I think of the minor move, G minor move. Okay, this force a little trick. If I think of the G minor move on the 1, the 5, in C sort of, but it's as if I'm in the key of G, and all I took was the G major chord and flat the 3rd. Flat the 3rd. And then I'm thinking of B flat, 2nd inverter, a major chord. Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry. There it goes. Oh, I was on the wrong power chord. And so, see, so we have the G minor and B flat. I'm thinking of E flat now. In the key of E flat now. All right. So basically, if I put what we said, the 1 and the 5 back in this place, right? And the 1 back in this place. And we have the 3. Yeah, and then you remember you flat the 7. Flat the 7. And so basically what we do, we're just taking that chord, that minor chord, and the major chord, and we put them two together. Or we can separate the chord. Transpose up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And when you transpose up, you end up in the next key. A key up, or wherever you're trying to go. Anyway, so let's get to what I was trying to do. That helped me memorize the move. Several chords in it, right? That's at -7. This is B flat. That was an accident. Oops. I just heard that in my head. Anyway, oops. So F-7, B flat. What did I say? B flat. I think I said B flat at 2, I think. Yeah. And then he's just doing these cool chords. Major 7. Now that make me play the minor 9 now at this point. Right. F-7. Oops. F-7. I'm trying to memorize it in my own mind. B flat at 2. And then F-9. And then that chord we played earlier. B flat 7-13. Right. So he kind of repeats the little move there. And then he plays this other chord. And this is your major 7 flat 5 chord. It can be done in so many different ways with the tritone. This is the tritone here, and we have the tritone here. A flat tritone or D tritone. So it just depends on how I'm gonna want to play that. And now you have to learn what we call the secret sauce chord. A lot of the stuff musicians are playing are all simple stuff. Either major, the minor move, the augmented move. You have the major 7 flat 5 move. Oh, sharp 5. I'm sorry, sharp 5. You have the diminished 7 up. I call it diminished 7 up. Diminished 7. I'm calling it 7 up. All right. And then remember the dominant chord. We call that the C7 chord. C7. You have a C7. You have a D flat or C sharp 7. And then you have the D7. And so forth, and the E flat 7, and then just go on and on and on. F7, and we can go on and on with the F sharp G flat 7 and the G7. Remember the G7 chord? Remember the G7 chord I did here? All right. You're just breaking up the G major chord and basically, so you have your power chord. Remember it's the power chord? I know I was up here, right? So you have your 1, and then what number? 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5, perfect fifth, right? And then we have flat the 7, flat 7, right in the key of G, flat 7. And then we have the back to the 1, and then the 5 at the top. So that's why they call it a G7 chord. Oh man. Oh man. I think I have to start my car up to bring the light back up. Let me see. Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe all I have to do is open this door. Did I lock the door? Bro, you locked the door? Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess I have to turn my ignition on for the I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot about that. I gotta keep my key in the ignition. But that's pretty much it. It's just practicing these chords, you know, and I can pretty much just now gotta memorize them in the dark. My fingers at. See? I'm pretty much playing this in the dark. That's what happened. We have muscle memory. All right, you can do the moves in the dark. Sorry, y'all. I gotta start my car so I can. I keep forgetting about this particular car. After a couple minutes, and then the light wants to go off. I don't even need my glasses at this point because I can't see anyway with the. Can't see the notes on my note in my paper, on my piece of paper here. But yeah, you saw the best of me. And then let me see. Let me see. After a while, it's about feel. And then. So why you hold that power chord, y'all? So basically, you're just going A flat, B flat, A flat major 7, G flat major. I'm gonna give you, call it the secret sauce chord. Or let me see, can we go minor? No, yeah, the secret sauce chord. Yeah, or well, that's thinking of the tritone. The tritone, y'all. You might heard it voiced this way too. All it is y'all, I'm playing the tritone, and my right hand is playing the sus2 chord. Yes, C sus2, and you have a G sus4. I can go and play the secret sauce chord, which is the D7 sus4 chord. However, that's not the one I want to do actually. And if I transpose this, almost there. There it is. It's the A7 sus4 chord over the tritone, or the tritone over the tritone. What? Yes. Yeah, so technically that's what it is. Chord-wise, it's A flat second inversion, B flat second inversion, right? A flat major 7, third inversion, G flat major first inversion, and then the secret sauce A7 sus4 chord with the tritone. So with both hands holding the power chord. Okay. Tritone. Yeah, it's the sus4, it's sus2. If I want clustered, then I told y'all it will be the C sus2 and the G sus4 with the cluster, which is the tritone, D tritone all together. If I wanted to do all that. What? Yeah. Yeah. And now I'm carrying the bass line on the bottom. So my left hand, ooh, ooh, and then back to the top. You know. And then right back to the da 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 da. And then he's going up top. Right, I better probably stop right there because I don't remember the rest. Oh, the other part was, let me see, and then he plays the same chord here. The C9 sus4, he puts it up here. So he puts it. All right, and then I think the next part of it is similar to using that power chord again. Let me see how you did. Let me see. Let me see how you did that. No. Oh yeah. Yeah, there it is. So after he did that last chord, see, and then he rolls up, and then he go, and then he hit you with this same little thing. What? Or actually, he goes. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, hold on. There it is. So basically, what he's doing is B flat, and he goes up to inversion. B flat, B flat, and then you hear the power chord movement. And then that's that G minor. I mean, sorry, that G9 sus4 chord. Then he hit you with the. That's the tritone. He been fancified with it. Remember earlier he went here. That move here, right? So what he's doing is changing it up just a little bit. Back to that minor move, F-7. So after you do this part, basically it's like you moving back to the D minor move, but because he's hitting this B flat or G minor B flat mixed together, is just really a B flat add 2 or 9. The B flat second inversion, root position, and he's just using this little with the arpeggiation of the power chord. And then we go to the G9 sus4 chord. Then he's gonna hit you with this. It's a tritone, right? Remember the C chord, C major chord. He's just sort of similar doing what he did earlier, the 3 to flat 5. I mean 3 and flat 7 move in 1. That same chord we did earlier, the 9 chord, C9 chord, but he's approaching it like this. You notice that? So he's going 2, slide up to the flat 3, to the 3, 7. Now using this A flat, which is out of this scale of C, to give you the twang. B flat, A flat into the B flat. And bring you back to the F-7 move. And back into this thing. Actually, no, no, he brings you here. And then he's bringing you to the F sus4 chord. That's kind of slick, actually. Yeah. So it's the F sus4. He's bringing it. I told you, you never know on other videos that y'all keep saying. You never know when a musician's gonna voice chords down lower, which is your standard major move, as I said earlier, major, minor, augmented S7, which is your major sharp 5 chord, major 7 sharp 5 chord. Then you have your dominant chord, and then you have your major 7 chord, your sus2, right? Your sus4 chord, and then it's secret sauce chord, right? Right, and then you have your tritone. Now, I'm not saying that's all of the chords, but what I'm finding is what these musicians is doing in this specific pattern, but using this specific formula that I just mentioned. And it's not always the formula, C is the 1, D flat minor is 2, E minor 3, F major 4. That is a good formula to use as well. All right, we're going to the 5, G, the 6 is a minor chord, and the 7 is diminished move. And then, or you can have a dominant chord there as well. right? But these cats are using this other type of formula that I came up with, and nobody showed me how to do that, y'all. I just thought of listening to musicians and say, man, what is they doing? What type of movements they can potentially using, and I just figured it out. Tritones, tritones, right? And I figured it out. Of course, major seventh, all right. Of course, the sus2, the secret sauce chord, right? The sus4 chord, and then that major seven sharp five, or major seven flat five sharp five kind of thing. All right. I started coming up with my own idea of what musicians might be doing along the way, and it's crazy because I'm like, whoa, they're doing the minor seven. I'm sorry, the C, or a 9 sus4 chord, or they could be playing minor 9, or minor 9/11, or minor 9/13, 9/11. Depends on how the hands want to spread across the keyboard. So these are little tricks and ideas that musicians figure, hey, you know what, I am going to catch the musician by this little move here, and switch up. Basically what I'm trying to say, they like to switch up just a little bit. They kind of give you a little bit of ooh, 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 oh, ooh, ah, ooh, you know what I mean? So I'm like, wait a minute, he just switched this little move like here, and he played this one. I'm like, wait a minute, versus the way he approached it earlier in the moves when he played it, so the best me. This is the first way. The first way, this way. Oh man, he did that, and then in this move, F minor 9/11. I'm like, oh, now he want to catch y'all slipping with your ears and hit you with this other move, and hit you this route, hit you here, and catch you up here, and then catch you up here. Now the next time around, he want to catch you here. Catch you here. Catch you here. He want to catch you here this time, and catch you here. Something different. Okay, now he want to catch you in another spot again, right? So after he done caught you here, you be like, wait, oh, that was nasty. Da-da. And then change up here, and then hit you right here. Here it is, my bad. And now he want to catch you here. Now he want to catch you. He gonna catch you here now. What? So he want to catch you here. Wait, because remember earlier it was. So remember in the beginning, he kind of play around with this and say, "Hey man, I'm gonna catch these guys right here," So now he keeps switching up a little bit and giving it a different approach every time. So this time he's gonna catch you here. What? After we did this, that was the first time, right? And then now the next time around. And then catch you here. And then now he want to get you here. Right? So he want to catch you here. Now he want to hit you here. And so basically there it is. Versus remember the other one, right? That's the second time he messing around with this, but the last time around he's gonna hit you right before he goes into the song all the way. I know y'all familiar with this. Yeah. Watch this. That was that move I did earlier. Now all we did was come up hot. Oh man. Now the difference was A flat or D with the tritone. That was the other route. So you switched it up and said, we're gonna hit you with the tritone this time. This tritone clustered it. What? And that's the major 7 flat 5 chord. Just that in my left hand. And as soon as I do that, that's the minor 9 chord. E minor 9 11, matter of fact, with one hand. So you got to approach this whole thing in so many different ways, but right, so and then he's gonna catch you back with the minor move from the very beginning, minor 9. This time it's minor 9 11 or minor 9. So. And then minor 9. Because you remember he did this earlier. Remember that? So, yeah. Minor 9 11. And back to that B flat. 9 13 or 7 13, depends on how you want it. And then he's coming back home or up. And then what's the next part? Oh, I forgot the other part. Let me see. Hold on. What's the other part? I forgot the other part. Oh man. I don't forgot what the other part was. I think, he does this crazy little thing. How did he pull this off? He does this, I think, with 2 hands. Let me see. How do you do that? See, I don't forgot how to do it. Wait a minute. I don't forgot how to do it now. No. Let's see. I forgot how to do it. Let's see. I don't forgot how to do the other. Let me see. I forgot, y'all. My bad. Let me see. I think he went down, and then he go. I forgot how you do that thing. So it's a sus4. I forgot how you do that. It's 2 hands you do this with. There it is up top. Okay. I knew my brain was like, it's basically just a sus4. You just play it up top. Alright, I knew I remember some of this. So and then so basically is you're basically playing what we call an F scale technically. You're playing the perfect fourth in F. But it's a sus4 chord. 1, 4, 5. And he used 2 hands. That's the only way I can pull that off. I'm assuming he used 2 hands with that. That's the only way I can do it. That's the only way I can do it. All right. Anyway, y'all, practicing small burst practice, short and sweet to the point, you know. When you're trying to learn how to play, just go ahead and do short practice. I can't sing, but that's all right. Just practice in short way. Okay, y'all, I gotta get back on. I gotta hit the floor, but stay focused, stay locked in, and don't forget, keep on practicing in short burst practice. And this is gonna take you a long, long, long way with that short burst practice, because you're training your brains. For a beginner musician, you're training your mind to be able to hold a lot of chords in a short amount of time. And some people don't believe that, but some people feel that they need 6 hours to do stuff. I practiced years ago for a couple of hours, and by the time I got to really going somewhere to do what I need to do, I ain't gonna lie to you, I done forgot the whole almost half of what I spent time practicing, and let my honey tell it. Sorry y'all for the noise. Anyway, let her tell it. And I forgot half the stuff, so now I don't do it like that no more. I just break stuff up into small sections and help with the muscle memory. Y'all have a good day, and I'm gonna have to hit this flow. Then on my next break, I'll probably might come out here and do some more practicing. I gotta start up my car so I can get that light back on. Or maybe not. Let me see. Oh, did not come on? All right, bro, you gone? All right, have a good night, morning. Let's see. Do I have to turn the light back on? What's going on here? What's going on here, Doc? Here it goes. I think that might do it. All right. Start the car up. All right, so y'all have a good one, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace of love and cornbread.